It's that time of the week, guys. We've got to talk about what is coming to Danmachi this week. And we'll start off with Familia Rush. Familia Rush is coming. Level 1 is going to be these 5 disgusting germs. Wholesome. They do physical attacks, they do poison ailment, and they increase, they buff their own strength. Weaknesses. Fire and Thunder is 0%. We'll get to that in a moment. Earth is minus 10%, and Water is minus 50%. So really, Water is the best thing to attack them with, but because Fire and Thunder are both 0, that means, well, since Fire is 0, you can use Argonaut and Crozzo. Still, and I'll get to them here in a minute too. Good news for those of you that missed that, okay? Light and Dark, both plus 10%, so don't use Light or Dark unless you're going to debuff the hell out of them. Wind is 30%. Wind is straight up off. Just don't use Wind. Physical is minus 10%, and Magic is plus 30%, so physical units. Need to be using physical units, preferably Water, but once again, like I said, Argonaut and Crozzo are going to be absolutely stellar for this anyway. Like they are for everything. Even when they're at a disadvantage, you're still good. Oh, man. Level 2. 3 eyeballs. Those things just creep me out. Physical attacks. Buffs physical resistance. And then strength attacks with physical resist and strength debuffs. And they do a slow ailment. So they're going to kind of be a little bit of a pain. Weaknesses. Wind and Thunder is 0. Water is minus 10%. Earth is minus 50%. That's nice. Weakness / resistance. We just went over that. Fire is plus 10%. But, once again, Argonaut and Crozzo are going to debuff enough. It's going to be fine. Light and Dark are plus 30%. Physical is plus 30%. Magic is minus 30%. So, really for these guys, a Magic Earth team would be the best. Not saying you can't use Argonaut and Crozzo as we discussed before, but don't shoot the messenger. Physical is not going to be as effective on them as Magic is. Okay? That's a thing. Level 3, Swamp King. Does physical attacks, poison, and slow. Physical resist debuffs, so in other words, debuffs your physical resistance. Removes physical resist and strength buffs. So, yeah, that's going to be a pain. He's straight up going to remove your buffs. That's not going to be a ton of fun. Weaknesses. Fire and Thunder are once again 0%. Water is minus 25. Earth is minus 35. Light is plus 10%. Wind is plus 20%. And darkness is plus 30%. Physical is minus 20%. Magic is minus 20%. If you want my opinion, Aisha. Aisha's going to take him apart. That Earth and that Earth minus 35%, Fizz minus 20%. If you saw my video yesterday on Aisha, she's a monster anyway, but she's just going to absolutely wreck him. And speaking of which, her heroic trial is going to be here. So, time to finally get some bonds. Time to definitely get some bonds. It is her and Ryu. So, we'll talk about what that means when that drops. I know we haven't even talked about the new one. I intended to have that out every single day this week, and I'm still working on my team, though I have a pretty good team. Maybe we'll try to get that out tomorrow morning. Okay? This is hype right here. 2.5 year anniversary. First of all, props to Danmachi for 2.5 years. That is absolutely awesome. A lot of gachas don't even make it a year. This gacha's got a great amount of support. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely stellar. But you notice who's here? That Bell and Argonaut. Are we going to see a return of Argonaut and Crozzo? I'm guessing. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. I am going to wager that by the end of the month, their banner will be back. So if you missed them, now's the time. I know a lot of you said you missed them. They're still OP. Now, let me preface this. Let me say this very carefully. Whenever they do this, that means they're probably either... So they've either just accepted that they're necessary, or they found a way to make them significantly less relevant. This is coming soon, and we know we're a month or so away from the collab. Take that with whatever. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. Okay? So, coming tomorrow, Familia Rush is going to drop. War Games is going to drop. This is not Familia War Game. This is just regular War Game. And my understanding is it's not even a pre-round. It's just straight up War Game. Hero Final Quest is coming back. And Heroic Trials Part 3 drops. So, time to start preparing. The 19th will be the 2.5 anniversary. We'll probably get more information on that next week, but I'm going to guess that if the story doesn't come back, which, my goodness, I kind of hope it does. If the story doesn't come back, I'm going to wager probably at least the banners will. I'm going to wager the story's going to come back, and I'm going to wager the story's going to be here for about 4 weeks. I'm going to wager the story's going to be here for 4 weeks, and then we'll probably get our rerun, and then probably shortly thereafter, we will probably get the new collab. What will the rerun be? We have no idea. No idea. It is only going to be one of the reruns. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But that is what's coming, guys. Expect that to last a while. Then we'll have the rerun collab, so we might have a little bit longer. It might not be immediately in January. It might be a little bit later in January before we get the collab. No information on that. I'm just speculating based on what we see here. So that's gonna be the video. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you excited for this? And I apologize if I'm a little stuffed up. It's weather's just going all over the place. It's driving me up the wall. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. I'll be back at you guys with the stream here in just a few minutes. And yes, it is tonight and tomorrow night we're streaming Danmachi to make up for what we missed this weekend. And we're going to be doing some recruitment for the Familia. Stay tuned for that.